Hi, I'm back. Okay, so this we're calling part three. We're at the point now where your spreadsheet has been sorted, which should have taken you about 5 minutes to put in all the source document names, the journals, and then sort it. So if you're having trouble, go back, watch the other two videos. But right now, I've bolded a few of the transactions for each journal. Right now, I'd like to just focus on the transactions that are going to be in the cash payments journal. So there are, I don't know, 8 or 9 of them, 9 transactions. They all sort of repeat themselves. So I won't do every single one. I'll just do a sampling of them. And we'll call this video cash payments journal examples. So the first transaction is paid cash for rent for $1,400 with check number 344. That's an oldie. So it's just, general debit, rent expense, cash credit, for $1,400. If I go over to the cash payments journal, the same old stuff that we should always be doing. We should always start with the date, 2020. I think these were for May. I don't remember now. And the account title is going to be rent expense. I'm sorry I didn't give you a drop down. I feel like I just didn't have time to do that. The transaction source document is check 344 and it's for $1,400. So in here, I can just put 344. The general debit is 1,400, and the cash credit is 1,400. I think all of these journals are probably not formatted perfectly. So if it bugs you, feel free to go ahead and highlight all of the bordered cells. You can do this for all of them. Format your journal so that the number format is set to accounting. And I think that we love that. We love to do that. Okay, I'm skipping around, so these won't be in any particular order. If I were to be doing these in order, the next one I would be doing would definitely be on the third for the electric bill. You get it, utilities. I want to jump down to the one on the fourth, which is paid cash on account to Northeast Nurseries. I just wanted to point out that it tells you that you're covering a purchase invoice. Basically, I'm telling you to ignore that. It's just in real life, we would be checking to make sure that $7,632 really is really right. It really was on that purchase invoice, but this book doesn't lie, so it's true. We're going to use check 346. The key here is that we're using the words on account. So just hint, hint, that makes me know that when, and I'm skipping a row because there was another transaction, that I need to put the name of the vendor in the account title because I'm saying on account, Northeast Nurseries, East Nurseries. And this was check 346. Again, anytime that I use an on account, I need to be over in accounts payable. This particular vendor either didn't offer or we didn't take advantage of a purchase discount. So what we owed them is what we paid, 7632. Again, I don't know how many times I can say this. Every one of your transactions should have a cash credit, for sure. Okay, I'm going to jump around a little bit. Again, pause me whenever you need to. Wouldn't it be great if in real life you could pause me? I'm jumping down to the first transaction on May 11th, where it says paid the remaining balance of purchase invoice number 92. Okay, less a debit memorandum 23. Okay, to Ford Collectibles with check number 349. Okay, taking advantage of the 210 net 30 payment terms. You'll notice this doesn't say anything about how much the invoice is. So we have to do a little bit of an investigation. The first thing that I would notice is that pay the remaining balance of invoice number 92. Well, I never paid invoice number 92. Purchase invoice number 92. And actually, when I scroll down to look at all my purchase invoices, you'll see that purchase invoice number 92 was an invoice that had a $3,250 purchase, but it also had a 60% trade discount. So this becomes a little bit tricky. And the reason is if you remember back in chapter 9, whenever we deal with a trade discount, we don't worry about how much was taken off. We only worry about how much we actually paid. So I'm not sure my calculator will be recorded on this, but I'm just opening up a calculator over to the side because, yeah, I could do this in a spreadsheet. Maybe I will do this in a spreadsheet. Let's come over here and do this in a spreadsheet. So at this particular invoice number, this 3250, I really want to multiply it times 40%. So if I just do 3250 times 0.4, The amount that I paid for this particular purchase was $1,300. In fact, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to just say this equals $1,300 so that later when I'm journalizing that entry, I'll know that that is really what I have to journalize. Okay. The other thing that this transaction told me, and if you're following along, is that I need to take away the debit memorandum number 23. So when I look at debit memorandum number 23, it says debit memorandum number 23, it says that I returned $260 of the merchandise. So if I bought it for $1,300 and now I'm taking out $260, I have to do a little bit more math. So far we know that in this particular transaction, I'm looking at the original purchase was $1,300. I'm going to take out $260. I'm also going to take out a discount because I'm going to pay it taking advantage of the 210 net 30. So I'm going to take out the 2% part of it too, but I won't worry about that yet. What I know right now is that $1,300 minus 260, this is a complicated transaction, is 1,040, 1040. So really the amount that I owe this purchase invoice is 1040. Okay, complicated. We got to do one more step. The last step is to figure out what the discount is. And I'm going to do that in the journal because I know that once I'm in the journal, it's easier to just do the formula right there. What I would like to just remind you is that because I'm paying Ford Collectibles, what I owed them, the amount of the accounts payable should be 1,040. So here I go over to the cash payments journal. I'm going to skip 2 rows because you should have 2 more transactions right here, the 5th and the 5th. And now I know this is the 11th, and it's Ford Collectibles. Collectibles. I'm spelling that wrong. I know I am. Okay. And this, I think, was check number 340. 349. I'm really fine. 349. Here we go. Check 349. This is going to be a long video. I know that my accounts payable is going to be 1,040. Okay. Now, the reason why I didn't do the discount now is because I can do a formula right here and do the discount. During the screen recording, I'm not sure if it's going to show it. Hopefully it does, that I'm taking the cell that's got 1040, which is cell H13, and I'm multiplying it times 0.02. You also could have just said 2%. It comes out to be $20.80. So the actual amount of cash that I'm going to pay is going to be what I owed them minus what discount they gave me. And you'll see that this is a debit, a credit, and a credit. So it should work out to be that the 2 credits, this and this, does in fact equal 1040. Okay, that's about the hardest that this transactions could actually be. In fact, they don't give you another one like that. I kind of wish they did, to just challenge you a little bit. It is the challenge problem. But that's how you do it. Okay, the last one that I wanted to show you in the cash payments journal is this one where it says paid cash to replenish the petty cash fund. This is going to be a multiple line entry, and that's pretty much all I want to say. This is a Chapter 9 entry, and if you remember from Chapter 9, when we replenished petty cash, we listed the names of the accounts: office supplies, store supplies, advertising expense, miscellaneous expense. And then in one line, a lot of you got this wrong actually on the Chapter 9 test. In one line, I put the total that I paid. So this $361.60 is the total cash payment. It is made up of $74.40, $85, $105, and $96. This is an easy one because there's no cash short or over. That was what we learned in Chapter 9. So I'm not doing that one for you. I think you can do it. I think if you look back at Chapter 9, if you're really stuck, it's the last transaction in the cash payments journal. I will post the proving numbers maybe I'll post all the column totals for you in Google Classroom. Okay, so anyway, I hope that helps. By the way, on this last one, do not debit petty cash. You don't need to. It's just office supplies, store supplies, advertising, miscellaneous. It should be a 4-line entry. Okay, I'm not sure how to stop this because I turned my little tools off. Yikes. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Might have to trim this video.